In the previous video, I have basically covered everything in elasticity which you need to know, the definition, how do you calculate it, and so on. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you an exam type question where they give you the demand curve and you have to calculate elasticity based on that. So this basically represents a business, okay? Now, how do you extract the information from here? Now, these numbers obviously goes on under years 49, 48, 47, and 44, 43. But I just put these two numbers, you can see it easily. And this is 0, 15, 10, 20, 30, 40, and it goes on. Basically, the numbers go on from 0 to there, from 0 to there. But I just put those numbers because we're only working with that, right? Okay, so, firstly, at A over here, what was your quantity and what was your price? So at A over here, 10 people brought your product at 50 Rand each. So I'm just gonna put over here quantity. Okay, so quantity, okay, and price. So you were at A, but then let's say up a couple of weeks you change it to B. So at A, let's say A, your quantity was 10. I can see it from here because quantity is 10. And what is your price? 50, right? So what this means? It means at 50 Rand, you got 10 people to buy your product. Now, at B, over at B, you changed your price. So maybe you weren't getting so much of people. So from 50 Rand, you changed it to 45 Rand. So now your price is 45 Rand. And now that you change your price, how much of quantity people that bought your product? At 45 Rand, the quantity is 20. So now you need to work out the elasticity of demand. Now, if you never watched my previous video, please watch it because it's a good video, okay? But basically, to work it out, it's simple. The quantity change divided by the price change. Now, the quantity change, only look at this. So what is the difference? I'm not looking at this minus this or this minus this because I'm getting negative. I don't care about the negatives. I just want difference. Difference between 10 and 20 or 20 or 10, it's 10, right? So you put 10 over the average sum of the two numbers. What is 20 plus 10? 30 and divided by 2. So 30 divided by 2 is 15 divided by 50. What's the difference between 50 and 45? Now we're looking at the price change. That is 5 over the average sum of the two. 50 plus 45 is 95. And what is 95 divided by 2? That is 47.5. So 47.5. Now just put this in a calculator and get your answer. So you go in your calculator and put it exactly the same. 10 divided by 15 and divided by 5 over 47.5. That gives me 6.3. So 6.3. So that is my answer. So when I changed basically from A to B, my elasticity is 6.3. Now to interpret this 6.3 is what type of elasticity? I told you there's 3 types: inelastic, unit elastic, and elastic. So any answer you get that is less than 1 is inelastic. When it's at 1, it's unit elastic, and when it's greater than 1 is elastic. So what would this be? This will be elastic, okay, because it's greater than 1. Now you can clearly see why it's elastic and it's so high elasticity, because over here at A, you had 10 people buying your product at 50 Rand each, but you just basically cut off 5 Rand and now you're selling it 45 Rand. But you have so many people buying your product, 20 people buy your product. Because think about it, your price was 50 Rand at first, then you changed it to 45 Rand, such a small decrease, but so many people bought your product, 10 more. So because of that relationship being so much, it has such a big effect, that is why your elasticity is high. So elasticity, it's very good to determine what's your effect when you change your price of a product versus the quantity of people that bought it, okay? So yeah, that's basically elasticity and what it is. Now in elasticity, you can get, for example, not all elasticity will be greater than 1. Some might be like 0.2, 0.5. It might be like under 0, okay? And it makes sense. Think about petrol, for example. When the price goes down on petrol or the price goes up, it won't really affect how many people bought it. Because think about it, will affect it, but very little. Because let's say the price of petrol is 26 Rand a litre. If it goes down by 25 Rand, or maybe it goes up by 27 Rand, people will still buy petrol. People still need petrol. So yes, you may not buying a lot more, but at the end of the day, it won't affect it that much, the price. You need petrol. It doesn't matter. Same with companies that are like things you need, like Eskom, for example. If they change the price of electricity, elasticity won't like really change, because you're still going to buy it regardless of the price. You still need electricity. So for those things, elasticity will be less than 1. It won't have such effect on when you change the price of a product or not, because you need the product anyway. But for this, for example, you was basically selling like chocolate as a business or whatever, it will affect it a lot, because if I see the price is too expensive, I won't buy that particular chocolate. So I have a choice over here. So yeah, so that's elasticity of demand. And obviously it's a demand curve that we look at when we're looking at elasticity of demand, or elasticity. Okay, so that's elasticity.